here to share with you some pocket letters that I created. Well, in my style, they're quote-unquote pocket letters. These are the first ones I've done, and I'm not sure if I like this trend yet. I signed up for a swap to try them out, and the swap is being hosted on the Art Attack and Tilda Friends Facebook group. I signed up for 3 partners, so I would have to make at least 3. And I have 2 ready, and then I'm going to do a second video for the 3rd one, and I'll just attach them together. But I won't share this video until the recipients have received their letters. So here's the first one. We had to use Tilda paper. That was the requirement. So I used Tilda paper, and this is from Tiny Treasures, and I've asked my my partners what they like. And so this first one is going to be for Linda. And I used my own Office Supply 8.5 by 11 page protectors. They are just regular page protectors. But my husband made for me a tip that goes on my heat tool. I showed that in my yard sale haul. I think it was a yard sale haul. Yeah, yard sale haul. And yeah, it works great. You can see that what I've done is actually fuse these pockets in here. So what I'm going to do here is what it looks like, the whole page, and I'll show you the back, and then I'll go through all the pockets. So we had to use Tilda paper, so I chose different paper pads for each person based on what they told me. So here's the top of the letter, and all my pockets are fused except for the top 2 pockets. And that's on purpose. So here is where my letter is. You can see I've die cut a pocket. This is from the it's a Sizzix die from Brenda Walton, and it has 3 actual shapes on it, plus the inserts for it. So the Linda will have to pull this paper clip off, and I'll show you what I did with the letter because I think it's something a little different than what other folks have done. And let me just put this down. So here is my little page here, but this little insert comes out like that. It's a little pocket, and I just tack that down with a glue dot or with some sticky tape. And this is my letter. It's an accordion, and you're seeing the back. I typed my letter up because I didn't want to have to write this small, and she probably wouldn't be able to read my handwriting if I had done that. So I just folded it accordion style and glued each end to the top and the bottom. And these cards were cut by the die, and I cut 2 of them instead of just the 1. And then and it's the same Tilda paper, and it fits inside this little envelope or pocket here, and I thought it was cute. So on the back I used a glue dot to glue these pearl blings down, just because I didn't want them sliding out of the pocket. My preference is to seal all of them if I can, but I didn't do the top, so it would be a little easier for her to get into, to use the little goodies in there. So that pocket has some gold doilies as well, and it's being held in there by the paper clip. So there's that. And then this pocket right here has my information on it on the back of the outer card. The card isn't stuck down. And then I fused this pocket, which has her name here. And then I created a shaker, and it says Always Believe. And because they're actually the reverse of each of the letter blocks, on the back side it says Always Believe also. So that's a little shaker. And I actually included, I don't know if you can see this, I had a little punch, and I used the scrap paper from the Tilda pad to go inside of here, and then some sequins and seed beads and all that good stuff. And then I had this big Kaisercraft heart. It's kind of like a Tilda heart. If you guys have seen the books, they have a heart that looks just like this, except it doesn't have the big floor. So this is a wood veneer I had from Kaisercraft, and I used some Stampendous embossing powder in the shabby pink, and emboss that on there. And then there's gold and cream, and you know, it's really pretty in pink. And then I edged it with my Tim Holtz acrylic distress dauber in spun sugar, I believe. And then there's some popped up die cuts in here from the paper pad, and then this one has another one with a kitty, and then these 3 hearts that I stapled onto the card. So she can actually, what she would have to do is, if she wants to use these, she's going to have to cut into this section here with, you know, a craft knife. Just cut it across the bottom, slide out the paper, take off the hearts, and put it back in. That's how you're going to have to use these embellishments. Now, I don't know if anybody's actually going to use what they get in their pocket pages. That's really up to the recipient, not up to me. And then on the back side, I included 2 Prima Bird's Nests. Again, you're going to have to cut the bottom out. That's my suggestion, is just cut it at the bottom. Pull the card out, take the nests out. There's a metal embellishment here. That's just a die cut I stuck in there. And there you can see again, it says always believe, because those are the same actual bead. They're just the reverse sides of each one. And the shaker looks pretty much the same from the back as the front. And then I put a wood veneer here that says smile. That's from Michaels. So that is my first pocket letter for Linda. And they just fold up in half because of the way I decided to do to split up the page with the fuse. I worked it out where it just folds in half, and I can send it in a padded envelope that way. So the other one that I created, and actually I created this one first. This one's for Carol. So with Carol's, I went a different direction, different paper pad. This is actually a retired one. Winter Blues, I believe is what it's called. Winter Blues or Christmas Blues, something like that. This is a really old paper stack, which you cannot really get very easily. So I went with this paper, and I used, again, the die cuts that are in the paper pad to enhance the layout here. These are really just like layouts, I guess. And I used some thickers and silver for this one. The other one, you notice it had gold. And then I used some trim, very sparkly trim, and some little gems here to wrap it around the wood veneer mason jar. And this came from Michaels Recollections over the Christmas break. I think they had them. And then I included some of the vintage flowers that I found. Again, cut the bottom of the pocket to release the flowers. Don't release the shaker, because that's in a separate pocket. This just says beauty, and then I've got a couple of different things like a wood veneer in here, and then some sequins and seed beads in different colors that coordinate with the paper. And then I included some other wood veneers, some butterflies, because I love butterflies. Hopefully this person does too. This is just a card with a die cut. This has my information just like the other one does. It's paper clipped to the card. On the back of this card, the reverse side, is my information like address and YouTube channel, everything like that. Here's my letter. This one is a little bit different. This has a little cover. It's clipped with this heart on top of the paper clip. And I created this little dangle here out of paper. And the best thing about this is that you can fold it flat for shipping. So it doesn't have to go this way, but when the recipient gets it, she can kind of unfold it and make it look all dimensional and everything. So I just cut these with a punch. There's like six pieces of paper cut here and 6 for this one, and I just glued them edge to edge. Nothing big there. That's another die cut that's in the paper. But my letter is in here. You pull it out, and I'm not going to do that. You pull it out, and then the letter slides out through the side, either side. And I just coordinated this paper against what was already in here, so it looks kind of seamless. But you can see where the pattern doesn't really match up. But my letter's in there, and that one's a handwritten one because that was my first one. So that's the front of this pocket letter. And you notice this one is just the opposite, really, of the other that I just showed you, where the big square is at the bottom instead of at the top. On the back, here are some goodies. Mason jars. Again, you're going to have to cut that bottom out to get those out if you want to use them. If you don't, then that's fine too. There's some trim in here. That's what I used on the mason jar. I like to reuse some of the materials that I use in my project and give those to people. So that's just how I am. What does this be? Oh, this says secret on the back. Isn't that funny? How appropriate. And then this one is not an Arctic cake, but industrial chic pendant. It's on a jump ring and it's just tied here at the top. So the user, the person could just slide that card out and snip it and then remove the pendant. Some more of that pearl bling, and then these are tags from Michaels. So, and then this is just a die cut here on the back that I, included. This actually says handmade for you, I believe. This little die cut right there. It's kind of cute, right? So those are my 2 pocket letters that I have ready, and those will be shipped out before the deadline, but I wanted to go ahead and do a video. So thanks for watching, and I'll be back with the 3rd one, and it will come right after this part right here. Hey guys, so I've got the last pocket letter page that I did. I still don't even know what these are called, and I don't even know if I should call it that because I know that Jeanette Lane trademarked it. So because my pages aren't like hers, I don't know if I really should call it that. But anyway, who cares, right? So this is the last page that I had to do for my swap. And this one is for Teresa. She let me know that she likes the pinks, blues, and creams. So this paper is from the All That Is Spring paper pad. So I'm just going to hold it so you can kind of see the page. And it's very similar to the second one that I showed you. I think it was the second one. Well, yeah, it's very similar. And so what I did, I'll show you, here's the front, and you can see her name up here. I used the die cuts from the paper pad, and you can see some of the goodies here, some resin pieces. There is a shaker. It's, it's matching the paper. And then there's some little sparklers here. Behind this pocket here, which you can pull out, this is my information here. And here's my letter, just like that other page I did. I did that one the same way. And so the other pages have like the die cuts on them. And then here's the back. Some more goodies. Everybody got the same bling here. I just cut it up and divided it. And then there's some doilies here and some wood veneers that are frames and letters. And then I put some bottle caps in here, and they're already punched so that she can create some bottle cap charms. And then there's some charms here. There's 2 charms, and then there's 2 fleur-de-lis in a silver color, like an antique silver. And then there's another die cut here that I use. You can see there's the bird with the egg. You can see the shaker. So on this side of this shaker, it says special piece. And then on the other side of the shaker, it says forever love, I believe. So that is my 3rd and final pocket letter that I had to create for the swap. And here's the front again. I really like how this one turned out because, of course, it's very Tilda. Not that the other ones aren't Tilda, but when I think of Tilda, I always think of like really light pink colors and very, not country, but, simple sort of things, not over the top, decorated and stuff. So those are the 3 pages that I did for the swap on Tilda Friend, Art Attack and Tilda Friends. So thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye now.